Hello, my name is Rachel Mellon, and I am one of the editors of the book From Camp Douglas to Vicksburg, The Civil War Letters of William J. Kennedy. And I wanted to just give you a little brief introduction about the letters and how I came to be involved in the project. I have been interested in tracing our family history for well over 45 years. And one of the people that I was interested in was my husband's great-great-grandfather, John Mellon, who we knew was in the Civil War, but we really didn't know too much else about it. After quite a lot of research, I discovered that there were some letters in the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library in Springfield, Illinois, written by William Kennedy, and I suspected that William Kennedy was related to my husband's great-great-grandfather, John Mellon. They were in the same regiment, in the same company, and they enlisted on the same day from the same town. And John Mellon's wife's maiden name was Kennedy. So after many years of waiting, and finally I retired, I was able to go down to Springfield and inspect the letters myself in the hopes that I would be able to pick out some nuggets of genealogical information. But as soon as I started reading the letters, I realized that William Kennedy was indeed related to our John Mellon. In fact, he was his brother-in-law and also his first cousin. And John Mellon was mentioned in almost every page of the letters. Now, there were 150 letters approximately in 4 folders, and I started transcribing the first few letters just for fun, really. And and I read them to my husband when I got home, and he was really fascinated by them. And he said, "You really have to go back and transcribe all the letters." And I was reluctant to do that, but there was so much detail in the letters about local history and about what was happening to William Kennedy after he enlisted and became part of the 55th Illinois that I decided to go ahead with the project. And so I spent several years going back and forth to Springfield, transcribing the letters, but I also realized that I didn't know a whole lot about the Civil War. I knew some of the political background, but I didn't know a lot about the military strategy and so forth, or even the places that were mentioned in the letters. So I started making notes for myself, and so that I could interpret the letters just for my own enjoyment. And after a while, I thought it was a shame that I was the only person who actually knew what was in the letters. I just felt that they were so compelling that it was really important that other people would also get to share in that experience. And that is the genesis of the book. So I hope you'll consider purchasing it. It's a tragic story. There are funny moments, and it is incredibly illuminating about the history of the time. It's a story that is different from what we read in the history books at school. So I look forward to your purchasing the book, and I will be doing book signings. Maybe I'll get to meet you at one of those. Thank you.